Today we're working on the final features of this barn project. This barn has been 3 years in the progress of building, so stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're in the barn once again, and today we're going to be working on a last final detail for the barn in preparations for getting the goats over here permanently. So let's start, and this is going to be building the bed and finishing everything up, all the details, and then I'll give you a final tour of the barn when it's done. So let's go. My plan is to make a bed for the goats to contain the straw, to keep the straw in place and give them some bedding for laying on. It's a little bit warmer than the cold floor. So what I've got designed here is I've got a couple of 2x6s, and we're going to cut those in 4-foot lengths. So let's do it. Okay, the goat bed is finished. Now I just have to do that floor. Okay, the tour. Right here we have the feed barrel. It stores the feed and keeps it away from little rodents, keeps them out of it. And then we have a box here that contains the electrical fencing material for putting electrical fencing around the pastures. I have yet to complete that project. Here's the waterer. That keyhole slot doubles as the gate to get in and out of the stalls. All I have to do is move that water bucket. That water bucket in the inside of that keyhole slot will keep the goats from knocking it over and getting it dirty. I have the stairs here that goes up into the hay loft. Of course, I've got grass hay up there to feed the goats with, and then I've got the bedding straw over there. That bedding straw goes down here into their bed that I built for them. I put pine shavings in the stall area so it'll absorb some urine moisture and make it easier to clean. This is the keyhole slots from the inside. This is able to feed the goats. I feed them grain and hay in there. This here is the stanchion. Let me show you the stanchion. You open it up and it creates a little spot that's a little bit elevated. And then I use this stool to sit on while I'm milking the goats. The goats' heads are locked into the headlock here where they can come up and get their little ration of grain. You'll see the tools I have down there for trimming and caring for the goat hooves. I also have a iron to burn or dehorn the horns off of little bucklings and doelings if they should grow horns. Right here I just have some corn that I harvested from my fall crop dried, and I feed that to my chickens occasionally, keep them from getting bored. It also gives them some protein to keep them warm for the winter. Right here, this feature is my battery bank, which is charged from solar panels on the roof. Those are Harbor Freight solar panels I have mounted on the roof. And then of course you'll recognize the Harbor Freight solar charge controller. I have a little 350 watt inverter right there that will give power to the porch light. Also, it gives power to any small appliance I might have in here, which eventually I'll be making a homemade goat milking machine, and that's when we will be using that to power the goat milking machine. The 12-volt lights in the barn give me plenty of light for at night when I'm in here. And this sunroof I created for the barn gives natural light. It's a south-facing sunlight, and it gives plenty of light in the barn. So that completes this final project on finishing up the interior of the barn and also finishing the barn. The total cost of the barn was $120. I spent $50 in actual building material, and then I spent the rest, 80 bucks, on the screws to fasten the metal siding and roofing to the structure, and also paint. All of it recycled material and repurposed material. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen, here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I want to thank you for joining me on this adventure. We'll see you guys in another video. Bye-bye.